Hello everybody and welcome to another bootleg bonanza. Today I'm taking you back in time, back to simpler times when knockoffs were readily available and starting to saturate the market. I'm of course talking about when the market was flooded with the CHMS brand and the store KO Toys was thriving. That's when we got the CHMS Arcee figure based on the Transformers Takara Tomy version of Arcee. This was floating around on the internet before like Facebook Marketplace was a thing. We had the odd sale on eBay, but the main source of trades and sales were the forums, and people relied on sites like KO Toys. Now, CHMS was indifferent. The quality was neither here nor there. It would fluctuate. They specialized in the likes of the Classics Seekers. They would do those in various different colors. And we also had the Arcee figure done in this original colour and also two different variations as well. Now I managed to get this through Sir Toys. They sourced it for me on Taobao, and unfortunately the store that was selling these didn't have the alternative colours, which is a shame, but still it is not too bad really. Paint is a little bit thin in places, the lines aren't quite as crisp, and it doesn't hold together as nicely as I've been told the official does. I don't have the official piece to compare it to. This is my Arcee for now. If you look at the paint applications and that on here, nothing's very crisp. It's kind of painted over the pink. The lines are not amazing, and the insignia is slightly off center. But a stand-in piece until I eventually get the Takara, it's not bad. It almost rolls. We do get these spoiler sections, which can be removed. They are optional. And we also get two of these Energon blades as well. We do get a set of instructions which look like they're directly copied from the Takara Tomy version, but all in all these went through a stage of being ridiculously expensive. This was back in the heyday where the likes of Pure and Octobotamus, they were then kind of getting in to the Transformers lines on YouTube, and they were getting all of these Transformer figures really early before release. They were getting them sent over, and I think Pure actually got a Transformers animated Thundercracker figure, which I don't think ever actually made release, which is awesome and disappointing at the same time. I'm so glad that we actually got to see it, but it's a shame that it never actually hit retail. But yeah, back in the heyday, hey? Now we can take these spoiler pieces off, and she is relatively easy to transform. You're going to bring this piece up and it's going to expand. Bring this down, apply a little bit of pressure to this hinge, bring that up, and that's going to push. Turn the legs so the wheels are facing forwards. Use that hinge and bring the feet up. This panel piece here is going to come down, and that allows these to disengage. Those are going to come round, and we can bring Arcee's arms outwards. Hip skirts come down and down to the sides, allowing for the torso piece to rotate all the way around. Bring shin pieces in, just filling off those shins and straighten off those legs. We can then put the swords down into these sections here if you choose to, and then we have her fully transformed up into her bot mode. Yes, I would have liked those back panel pieces to maybe sit a little bit lower on her, and I'd like somewhere for that tail fin section to go. And of course we don't have to have those spoiler sections up on those shoulders if you don't choose to. They are completely optional. You don't need them in either mode. Obviously you can keep them on for the transformation. I only removed them to show you what it looked like without them on. Yeah, she's not a bad little piece. She is a great little fembot. One of my favourite versions of Arcee, actually. I really liked the character. I love that she had this kind of school teacher thing going on as well. It was really nice. Obviously then the war with the Decepticons changed all of that, but it's a really good looking piece. It's aged well, in my opinion. It'd be really nice for them to have revisited the Transformers animated branch line. I know that they're now looking into revisiting the Transformers Prime line, with that 2-pack being available soon, with Breakdown and one of the Veercons, Jet Veercon. I don't know if it was Steve or not, but can't wait to get a hold of that. But it's nice to see these Transformers animated figures still floating around on the KO market as well. Really looking forward to those Wei Zhang bootlegs arriving with the various different new interpretations of the molds, turning them into different characters. But yeah, this is CHMS Arcee. The main gripes I think people had with the CHMS version was the paint applications were not that well done. The lines are a little bit lackluster. These could have been maybe factory seconds back in the day when that was still a thing. But left and right on the head there, fairly decent range, not that loose in terms of joints. Everything rotates as it should. Nice little ball sockets on those arms. There's a mushroom peg on the forearms as well. The main issue came when we got down to these legs. The waist is a little bit loose. Again, I could probably tighten that up with a little bit of like Kiki or something like that. Hip skirts come out okay, but the legs are extremely loose around the thighs. They come out a little bit there, and we do have the bend on the knee, but nothing really as tight as it should be though. Colours are gorgeous. I love what they've done. I prefer the Takara colours to the Hasbro Walmart release. If they were done well, it's just the blending of the lines there, it's just slightly off. Definitely comes across as kind of factory second products, but I'm okay with that. It's still a gorgeous rendition of Arcee. I will definitely be keeping my eyes peeled for the alternative variations of this figure done in those other colours, because it's a great mould and I'd like to have those. I know that's something that they didn't do officially, so if I can still get a hold of those dirty bootleg versions, then I definitely will. And just as a quick scale comparison, I know they weren't directly connected during the show, and she was more kind of in there with Ratchet and then the whole Omega Supreme thing, but Prime is a decent sized Voyager and she is a fair size deluxe. They all look amazing together. The actual height scales throughout the whole animated line is really good. You have to mix and match with your Voyagers, your Deluxes and your Leaders to make it work, but the overall result is a really varied lineup and I love it. Still one of my favourite Transformer lines of all time. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, a really quick brief look at the CHMS Arcee heyday of the KO Transformers. Thanks again to Sir Toys for making this review possible, and thanks again to each and every one of my Patreons for the continued support for these channels. Without you, none of this would be possible. Until next time, for myself and the rest of the Collectables household, thank you all for watching. Goodbye.